everyone. Happy May 2nd. It's 2023. Anyway, today, after screwing up yet again and falling a little behind on our bills and stuff, we decided to have one last smoke because we've been screwing up yet again. We haven't been meditating. We were a little stressed about something that happened with one of our neighbors. Not these ones, the one over there. But it all worked out. It was just, we were asking for help too much, borrowing, and, eventually people are gonna have enough of being used, and we're trying to be aware of the fact that that is in fact what we're doing. It's not really intentional, it's just we have to be aware that that's what we are doing. We have to be aware of the situations we put ourselves in. For instance, we might agree to go over to someone's house, but the only reason we've really gone is because we know that they'll have booze, or that's why they've invited us over. So we want to try and be aware of that and put an end to it. We have been working on our journal, finally actually working on a journal that is about only alcoholism, our triggers, and things like that. So I figured I might as well start all this over again, keep the old videos, but see what, if anything, has changed or is changing. We have a broken ankle as well, so at least that makes it a little bit more of a pain in the arse to get around and get to where we makes it a little more difficult to get to the grocery store and get it. And I think honestly we should just avoid that grocery store that sells booze. It's expensive anyway, so that's what I'm going to try and do. We haven't been terrible at meditating, but I think it would benefit us to do it each time we actually have a craving and try and sit down and process what we're feeling, because oftentimes I don't know what I'm feeling. For instance, I was really worried about what happened with that neighbor, and it wasn't even because she said no, it was because after I went through all the thoughts in my head and what I was feeling, and tried to make some sense, and just let our mind kind of did some contemplative meditation, I guess. We realized that it was rejection that we were feeling, and we already knew that was a trigger, I guess. We just didn't realize that that's the way we were processing someone saying no to us. And we had some contempt, and I don't know where that came from. No one likes to be told no, I suppose. But that was a learning, growing moment, for me at least. And I hope I do grow from it. I've been getting Jack out despite having the broken ankle. When I went to the hospital, the doctor was kind of surprised that we've been waiting. We had waited 2 months to go in to see the doctor. She said at this point there's no point in immobilizing it because the damage has already been done, and at this point it would be coming off in 2 or 3 weeks anyway, and then it would just be physiotherapy. So we've been trying to exercise it without pushing it too hard. Here's the baby, by the way. Sorry, I need to put you out my here. Yeah, we've just been trying to work on that a little bit. Sorry it's dark, I'm just heating the tea up. Oop, don't need 2 minutes, I need 20 seconds. Yeah, so some personal growth, but this time we actually went into the bathroom and washed our face, brushed our teeth, cleaned our hands, did our self-care stuff, and looked at ourselves in the mirror and had a little conversation. Pep talk, I guess you'd call it. Hoping that it would, maybe, hopefully, make quitting feel more real, I guess. And then we went, and the cleaning was kind of ritualistic thing to symbolize cleaning our hands of our addictions and character flaws. And yeah, so I would say my original plan was to just have a spotted tea whenever I have a craving, but if I do that, then I will be drinking my weight in tea. Our little game we've been playing Star Wars Galaxies again. We haven't played it in probably 10 years. We're on an emulation server, and it's a lot of fun. However, we do have to catch ourselves when we're doing grindy things, just as we do in WoW, because that is one of the moments where we'll be like, you know what would make this go by a lot quicker? So yeah, trying to be aware of that stuff. We would like to meditate every evening. That's the goal, at least for 5 minutes. So far our longest has been 20 minutes. And usually it's around 14 minutes. But that's only when we're really having difficulty processing what we're feeling. And trying to figure out what the hell is going on in our head. But we've been doing pretty good. We've also been watching the new season of Beavis and Butthead, which is stupid, absurdist humor. But it makes us giggle. I suppose simple mind, simple pleasure sort of thing. But there's a lot less animal violence in these new seasons, if any. So that was something that really turned us off from the original show, at least the first season or two. But yeah, that's where we stand. Today is a new day, a beautiful day. We had our little ritual, we had a pep talk, and yeah. So with that said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my tea, which I may have heated up for too long, but it is kind of chilly here. It's a beautiful day, but chilly. So as I always sign off, and hopefully always will, I have all the faith in the world in whoever watches this, whoever is also struggling with addiction, and I know you can do it. If I can keep getting up and trying, even though I've failed day 2 at least 100 times, I know that you can. I know you can do better than me. And like Mr. Rogers used to tell me when I was a wee lad, I like you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. And I have all the faith in the world that you can be a better you and a better me. But I still like you just the way you are. Okay. Have a good night. God bless. And maybe one day I'll see you around the Star Wars Galaxy server. Bye-bye.